Good afternoon, everybody. DJ Styles. Let me get the camera set up here. Make sure we're in frame. Okay, I'm putting the wet clay. Yeah, I think we're good here. Okay. I'm working on this as we speak. Let me get this flush. There we go. Okay, so I started putting the clay on. I'm going to be, what do you call it? I'm going to be putting the stone on the back side of the head. This is what I got to do. I got to smooth this out. Right now I'm working around the ear part. I have to work around this ear, make that nice and smooth, and I'll put some keys in there. And then I got to go get a tool to scrape this edge so it's really don't mind me. I'm working while I'm working, and I'm pushing this edge in really tight against the clay, against the sculpture. Now this is wet clay. It's two different types of clay. I've got the clay that I sculpted is a very hard what do you call it? It's a very hard monster clay is what it's called, but it's the key to this clay. Hold on, I've got to get this ear right. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to start working on this side. I'm cutting a sliver of clay here. Okay, now what I'm doing is I'm figuring out the angle here, and all I got to do that is go behind this and cut that little sliver off. Come on, stuck to the plate. That'll bring that into here. Now it doesn't matter what it looks like on this side. This side is where the clay wall is going to be formed. So it has to be really smooth. I got a little trick to that once I get this. I don't want to spend too much time because this clay can dry out. This is a water-based clay. If it dries out on me, then I could be into trouble. I'm just not going to let it. I'll spray it down as I work. Yeah, I'm going to have to add a little more thickness there for sure. Okay, and I got to bring a little bit of clay out. Okay. So I'll square it up. I'm cutting this off to square the piece up, and as you can see, I'm just trying to size this, and then I'll shove it in there. You know, I think the most important thing in life, and I'm no philosopher, but you got to really love what you do to be successful. And I've always been an artist. I never really had a passion for it. I didn't have the patience when I was young. That's really the key. I didn't have the patience, so I wouldn't say the passion. I loved art. It really relaxes you. It's so you're not seeing what I'm working on, and I can't work from this side, so I'll show you the end result as I'm doing this. Okay, I see what the problem is here. I got to put some stuff in this. Keep pulling away from the wall because it's not tight on this side. Now I'll have to clean this up with water once. Now I gotta bulk out that ear area. This clay's a little stiffer. And of course I didn't cut enough. Yes, people, I'm sorry for being so silent, but I'm really in deep concentration because I don't want to mess this up at this point. This is where this is for all the cookies, baby. This is for all the cookies right now. It all comes down there. 7 months. All comes down to making sure that your clay wall is really nice. You know, I like having a nice clay wall because it makes it easier when you're makes it easier when I do the second half. When I do the second half, it's so important to have this back half really nice. All right, now I'm going to give you a little taste of what I'm talking about. You see how nice and smooth I have that? Can you see that with the light? All right, and I got to get all these little, and smooth it out. I'm going to go get a tool. Thought I had it out here, but I didn't. It's a little clay smoothing tool. And I got to take a popsicle stick and literally cut a 45 on it directly, or actually a 90, and then scrape away to make a really nice tight edge around the whole thing. Let me see, is that? Yeah, I got to bring that clay out more. Let me make a noodle. Make a noodle here. Don't need that much clay. I don't want the ear. Need the ear flush. The smoother your clay wall, the better your mold will be. The easier it will be to there you go. That's what we're talking about. All right, so what I'm going to do, I don't care what it looks like on this side. It's this side that counts. So I want it to be strong because it's going to hold that weight. It's going to hold that stone once I have that stone in place. All right, so what I'm going to do is take a little break. And I'm still going to work this wall out just a little bit and then put a little knee wall up a little bit, about that high, all right, off of this, because then it'll catch the plaster. It'll catch the plaster, it'll cause a little well there. And then what I'll do is I'll just kind of rake it up as it stiffens up. As the plaster stiffens up, I'll be able to pull that back up over top of the sculpture. So I have to go get that tool. So I'm going to pause this and be ready for part 3. Part 2, whatever I'm at.